1933. This ghostly chap is a railroad conductor, the head of the train. In his hand he holds the railroad watch, crucial to the operation of any railroad. Many non-railroad people don't understand that the conductor is actually the commander of the train. The caboose is the conductor's castle. And in there, a caboose stove is always warmed in the wintertime and water ready for use for the brakeman and conductor. This particular stove was built between 1892 and 1905 and rode in one of the cabooses.
At this time, I'm pleased to introduce Mayor Walkup to present his annual proclamation.
Well, good morning. All right, now look, this is the time for theatrics, okay? Audience participation. When I wave my flag, I want you to wave your flag and say, yay! All right, you get that? Yay! Seal, you know. Okay, my name is R.N. Leatherwood Walkup, and I'm the mayor of this great territory in 1980. I'd like to address a little bit of 1880. Sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you this morning filled with pride, for today this miraculous locomotive reached Tucson, the center of Arizona. As your mayor, I have sent abroad on your behalf telegrams to the President Hayes of the United States of America. Ooh. Territorial Governor John Fremont and the mayors of Yuma and San Francisco. Yes. And among those was the Bishop Salpointe. And I have also dispatched to His Holiness the Pope of Rome, Italy, the grand news of our wonderment. I have a response. His Holiness the Pope acknowledges with appreciation the receipt of your telegram informing him that the ancient city of Tucson at last has been connected by rail with the outside world and sends his benediction. But for his own satisfaction, he asks, where the hell is Tucson? Oh, that's it. Now, I cannot tell you how long I worked the timing of that event right there. We practiced and practiced and practiced. I'd like to read a proclamation. Boy, guys, that really worked out well. All right, now we did this last year. Does everybody know how we do these proclamations? We have whereas, right? So when I say whereas, I want you to say whereas, all right? Whereas. All right, here we go. Whereas. The Southern Arizona Transportation Museum, a nonprofit organization, is dedicated to promoting the historical education and preservation of transportation in Southern Arizona. And whereas Tucsonans, as well as millions across the rest of the United States and around the world, share a deep interest in the history of railroading and wish to learn more about it. And whereas Southern Arizona Transportation Museum carries on the tradition of celebrating the anniversary of the arrival of the first railroad to Tucson. This year's festive actions with the gala celebration on this day of the railroad as it arrived in 1880. And whereas the Southern Arizona Transportation Museum recognizes the importance of the railroad to the economy and cultural development of Tucson, and therefore designates Tucson as a railroad city for this event, and therefore I now, well done, seal. She's leading this of the front row up here. Proclaim March 20th as Railroad Day in this community and encourage all of our citizens to join the planned festivities on this 129th anniversary of the railroad arriving in Tucson. Hallelujah, Tucson. Hey.
This time, Ken Carroll, the chairman of our museum committee, has a few words.
I'll make it brief. Good morning, and this first day of spring, March 20th, 2009. We make a living by what we earn, but we make a life by what we give, our legacy. And for one person that's sitting in front of me, if I can just put her on the spot, everyone knows her in the city. She's an icon, and she had his centennial birthday, and I just want her to say hello. I don't want to embarrass you, Seal. I just want to, if I can get the mic to you.
Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ken. And what a privilege it is to be a participant in this wonderful event. Thank you, honey. It is a privilege.
Thank you. So nice to see Seal here, and welcome. So we'll see you.
Okay, at this point, we're going to move this event out front where we have the semaphore. Everybody know what a semaphore is? That's a railroad signal that we installed out front on by Toole Avenue.
All right, everybody, follow Mayor Leatherwood to the semaphore. Follow me.
Arizona, land of the sizzling flame, oh how the sun can shine, 120 in Yuma. It's really hot, that's what the papers print on the cooler. The climate is hot as Hades, the devil thinks it's
Hand in hand with the railroad went the telegraph across the nation to communicate the orders for the conductor to follow as they moved their trains across the nation. The Morse code was used, and messages were tapped out in Morse code and written on flimsy type papers, much like tissue paper, called in fact flimsies. Here in Tucson, our yard slopes 1.5 to 2 degrees to the west. And as a result, cars needed to be set at both ends of the train by the brakeman to ensure that the train wouldn't roll downhill and right out of the yard here in Tucson. Part of our mission here at the Southern Arizona Transportation Museum is education. As you can see by going through our museum, we have a lot of very interesting exhibits. But we also have fun and learning for young children at our train table here. It simulates a depot for children and allows them to have some fun and still learn a little bit about the railroad business. The railroad built the town of Tucson and made Tucson what it is today. Come to the Southern Arizona Transportation Museum and enjoy learning about your own city's history.